Okay, year 11, this is paper 1, non-calculator, aiming for 4, just a quick 45-minute division paper for those of you aiming for a 4. Right, let's have a look. Question 1, here's a list of numbers. From the list, write a multiple of 3. That's your key word here, multiple of 3. What's a multiple? And then it's easy. Multiples of 3 are like so, the 3 times table. So we know that's 18. Let's write 18 down. Question 1, done. Question 2. Grace is recording the eye colour of each of the students in their class. You've got a frequency table. She then drew a bar chart of this information. Write one thing that is wrong with this bar chart. So you have to look, what could be wrong? Well, the scale looks fine, it's going up in 2s. She's labelled it blue, frequency, so this bit is correct. Eye colour, correct. Bars are the same width and they're spaced out. Now let's see, this says 16 for brown, but what's brown here? 15. So you'd write the bar for brown has a frequency of 16, not 15. Something along those lines. That's fine. Question 3. £42 is shared equally between 3 friends. So, this, if you're not sure, do your bus stop. How many 3's going to 4? 1. Remainder 1. How many 3's into 12? It's 4. So that is £14 each. Write this to the nearest whole number. Look at the next number. It's 5 or more. So it rounds up. So that's going to be 5. To the nearest 10, this number is 327, right? So to the nearest 10, is it nearer to 320 or 330? And then you know it's 330, so it's 330. Right, Danny buys this. He pays with a £10 note. He says, I should get this much change. Is he correct? What would you do here? Show you're working. £1.20, get your pence right because that's 70p. 2 packets of cheese, 2.30, 2.30. Read the question like so. Add that up. 0, 9, 12, 15. Carry the 1, 2, 4, 6. That's £6.50. Now £10, which you could write like this as 1,000 pence. £6.50 is like so. Right, we're going to need to borrow, but if you can just count up, how many more up do you need to get to 1,000? It's actually 350 pence, which is £3.50. You would have got your method marks here. So there's a process mark here, process mark for this, and you need to give a conclusion and say Danny's not correct. He should receive £3.50. He should receive £3.50, and that's important. You won't get the mark unless, because you must show and make a statement. Question 7, pictograms. Now this, so a square of 4 squares represents 8, equals 8. So you must recognise that one little square must be 2, that must be 4. How many video games were sold on Monday? Well, that's 8 and 8. Easy enough, that's 16. More video games were sold on Tuesday and then on Wednesday. How many more? Well, just work that out. That's 8, 8. Remember, that's 2, 4 and 6. That's 6. Add to get that together, that's 22. That's 8 and 2, so that equals 10. So you've got to do 22 minus 10. And that equals 12. Right, on Thursday and Friday, a total of 32 video games were sold in the shop. 1/4 of these 2 video games were sold on Thursday. So what you have to do first is what's 32 divided by 4? And we know that is 8. So we're missing Friday. But let's just do Thursday first. So 8 is easy enough. Let's draw that down. That gets us a mark there. Now, on Thursday and Friday, a total of 32 games were sold in the shop. If 8 was, so if Thursday's 8, then Friday must be 32 minus 8, which is 24. So to do the pictogram for Friday, remember this is worth 8, so you need to do 3 of those boxes. That's 8, 16, 24. And you can see how easy that is to get all those marks. Okay, so let's go. We'll write down the value of 7 squared. Does it mean 7 times 2? It means 7 times 7. And we should know that 49. I do recommend you writing all your times tables down at the start of the exam. Write 3 out of 10 as a percentage. Hopefully you guys know that's automatically 0.3, which is, looks like 0.30, which when we times by 100 is 30%. Write down the value of the number 7. So that's, how would you say this? You would say 8,765. So the value of 7 is 700, or write that in words. Write down the following numbers in order of size. Start with the smallest number. Well, now it says start with the smallest. We've got that to 3 decimal places, so let's just make it all to 3 decimal places so it's easy. So now you can easily see it's 0.30. Next one, 0.32, 0.35, then 0.4. Write 3/4 as a decimal. If you've forgotten, you really should automatically know that's 0.75. But if you're not sure, go to the bus stop. Right, falls into 3 is 0, right? Let's add some zeros here. Remainder 3. How many falls go into 30? 7, which makes 28. Remainder 2 falls into 25. So you can always work that out if you forget. 13. Remember to pause the video whenever you need to. And let's have a read. Break this question down. Okay. On Monday the temperature was 5 degrees. On Tuesday the temperature was 10 degrees. Less than the temperature on Monday. So 10 less than 5. That's 5 minus 10. Remember, actually also do a number line. 5 minus 10, you know you're going back. If you go back 5, you get back to 0. Get back another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Minus 5. Do draw a number line at the start of the exam as well. So on Tuesday will be minus 5. On Wednesday, the temperature was 3 degrees greater than the temperature on Tuesday. Okay, so that should be it. So that means on Tuesday it's minus 5, add 3. That's why it's good to have a number line at the start. We do make a mistake. So if it's plusing, I'm going to show you in detail. You'll be surprised about the amount of students that make mistakes on this. That's why you have a number at the start. You start on -5, plus in you go this way, so it's 1, 2, 3. That's going to be -2. Now, do read the question. This bit is important. Find the difference between the temperature on Monday and the temperature on Wednesday. You must show all your working. So on Monday it was 5 and 5 degrees, and that's Monday, and on Wednesday it was -2. Okay, so what's the difference from there to there? If you count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, number line is the clearest way. If you think 5 to 0, you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To get to -2, 1, 2, the difference is 7. So you would write 7. Right. 3 kilograms of carrots cost £1.80. Let's highlight important bits of information. 2 kilograms of carrots and 5 kilograms of potatoes cost £3.42. Work out the total cost of 4 kilograms of carrots and 2 kilograms of potatoes. You must show all your working. Right. Well, we've got to work out how much carrots cost per kilo, right? So let's just deal with whole numbers. So 180 equals, that's £1.80, 3 kg of carrots. So to get 1 kg of carrots, we have to divide by 3. Now divide that by 3. If you can do that mentally and know it's 60, it's good. But if in doubt, use your bus stop. 3 into 1 is 0, carry the 1. 3 into 18 is 6, 3 into 0 is 0. So we know from this it's 60p equals 1 kilogram of carrots. Okay. Now we know 2 kilograms of carrots. When you go to this bit, so 2 kilograms of carrots, if 1 kilogram is 60p, 2 kilos is 60 at 60, so that's £1.120. So you've got 120, add your 5 kg of potatoes, equals 345 is £3.45. So if we get the potatoes, to get the potatoes on its own, we obviously subtract 120 on both sides. So 5 kg of potatoes is going to be, do line that up, 5 to 2 is £2.25. Right, but let's keep it in pence for now, so we don't deal with decimals. Now, we need to work out how much 1 kg of potatoes cost. So we divide by 5. Divide by 5. Now, if you're not sure, use the bus stop. 5 into 2 is 0, carry the 2. 5 into 22. 4 5s are 20. So that's 4. Remainder 2. 5 into 25 is 5. So it's 45p per kilo. Now you can see how once you've got all that information, let's go green, we can work out this bit here. Because we know 1 kilogram of carrots costs 60p and 1 kilogram of potato costs 45p. So we can just go to the final bit. So we have to have 4 lots of 60, 4 times 60, because that's the 4 kilograms of carrots, times 2 lots of 45. Now, work that out however you would do that, but that's 240. Add 90. That's 0, 3, carry the 1. That's £3, 330p. So if it asks for the answer at the bottom, that's £3.30, and that is really straightforward. Right, we're going to question 15 now. Okay, keyword here is expand. That means get it out of the bracket. So we know we multiply here. So that gives us 2a times 2d, and there's a plus, so it's plus 2d. Factorize. Keyword. What does that mean? That means put it into brackets. Put into brackets. So to see what is the biggest number that goes into both of these, well, there isn't, it'll just be 1, and what goes into both is y. So we put y on the outside. How are we going to make 6y squared? So that's 6y, because that times that gives us 6y squared minus 5. There you go, easy mock. Right, this is, we go to balancing. What's the opposite of minus 7? We do the inverse, plus 7. So then we've got 4x equals 44. Divide by 4, x equals 11. Do check your answer. 4 times 11 is 44, minus 7 is 37, so we know we're correct. That should be a banker. Right, that we know is a trapezium. That is a cylinder. Okay, let me explain this one in detail. This means, in here you can see this. This means all the elements, the things inside this Venn diagram, means all the even numbers less than 19. So all the even less numbers 9. And it says in A, you have 6, 12 and 18, and in B, 2, 6, 14 and 18. Now, have a look. Can you see 18 is in both of these? So that would suggest 18 goes on the inside. A has 6 and 12, and B 2, 6 and 14. Now it says that's all the even numbers less than 19, so remember what even numbers are missing are 4 from here, 8, 10 and 16. Right, so they're not included in the circle A and B, so we just write that on the outside, and that is a quite straightforward 3 out of 3 marks if you understand that. Right, let's have a look at this. You've got the table, has some information about points scored by 16 students in a game. Tina worked out the median number of points scored to be 5. Now you need to remember the key terms. What is median? Now median is the number in the middle. We need to remember that, and that's when it's in order. Now if the maximum number of points is 4, well, it's clearly not possible to get a median of 5. Well, you can just say the number of points, or the max number of points, the max number of points is 4. So any sentence that makes sense, you'll get the mark. Tina also worked out the number of points scored by 16 students in the game. Here is her working. She made a mistake in her working to find the total number of points scored. Describe the mistake that Tina made. So first step is, let's look at the table and zoom out a bit. Well, yes, 0 people, well, 1 person got 0 points. So that's 1 times 0, which is 0 times anything is 0. 3 people got 1 point. So obviously imagine that's 1 point, 1 point and 1 point. That's why we do the whole 3 times 1. That's 3 points here. This will be 5 times 2 because 5 people score 2 points. That's 10. 4 times 3, that's 12. And 4 times 3 here, again, that's 12. Now let's look at her working out. She's got our 3, 10, 12 and 12. And we just need to zoom in on this. But spot the error. The error is here. Because 0 times 1 is 0. And that's all you need to write. So 0 times 1 equals 0, not 1. That would be a perfect answer. Right. We have done this in class. You need to remember the skills. Highlight. Watch is £80. He sells the watch for £56. So obviously he's made a percentage loss. What is percentage change? It is normally the original amount minus new amount divided by original. Okay. So the original price is 80. So we've got to do 80 minus 56 divided by the original, which is 80. So let's work that out. That's 24 over 80. Now if in doubt, it's fine to work out that subtraction like so. So you carry and like so. Now the skill here is, can you convert that to a percentage? So we can do this. You can do 24 times 80 times 100 to turn it into percentage, which will make that 2,400 over 80. Cancel out one of the zeros. How many 8's going to 240 is 30. So we know that's 30%, and that will be a 30% decrease, right? That's the percentage loss. Or we can simplify. So what goes into 8 and 4 is 8, so we can divide by 8, divide by 8. So that gives us 3 over 10, and you should know 3 over 10 is 30%. Another way to do that, that's an easy 3 out of 3 marks. And that's a 45-minute walkthrough done, and actually that goes over a lot of the mistakes that you made in your mocks in year 10, and doing this is gonna, and understanding all the skills here is gonna improve you by a grade, I believe, on this paper. Hope that helps you all. Master these skills and then we could go on to more grade 5 type questions, going for grade 5.